All right, we're going to continue on with our look at the draft dilemmas that you might be facing as you head into your fantasy draft. I want to look at some of the top wide receivers. Calvin Johnson is head and shoulders above everyone else, but there's really three guys that fall into play as the next set of wide receivers that will be gone. Probably all will be taken somewhere in the 15 to 20 range, might go as early as 13. And that would be A.J. Green of the Bengals, Brandon Marshall of the Bears, and Des Bryant of the Cowboys. Now, if you look at each one individually, Green has probably the highest upside of them all. He's got a better team than Dallas or Chicago is, although all three teams could easily make the playoffs this year. There isn't a lot of other guys on this Bengals team that's going to take catches away from him. Mohamed Sanu is the other wide receiver. Jermaine Gresham is average, slightly above as a tight end. Tyler Eifert might be a big player as a rookie, but he's probably not going to catch any 75 or 80 passes. They do have Giovanni Bernard and Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, but none of those guys are going to run for 1,500 plus yards, and none are going to really pull any things away from Green either. So you got to like A.J. Green as a overall pick. Dalton is a solid quarterback. And I think he just has the overall best upside. Now, in point per reception leagues, they're all going to catch a lot, but maybe Brandon Marshall would be the better choice in a PPR league. Marshall, again, another guy that doesn't really have a lot of guys on the other side of him. They've got Bennett on the bench. They've got Alshon Jeffrey as their second wide receiver. Tight end is now Martellus Bennett, who will also help take some pressure off of Marshall. But Cutler and Marshall have worked well together, and they're probably going to continue to do so in the future. So how I would look at Marshall, again, probably the best in the PPR standpoint. But in a standard format, he probably isn't going to catch enough touchdown passes like Green to make him the number one guy. Des Bryant, really close to him, and all three, again, are really bunched in together. Bryant has the benefit of having the best quarterback out of the three. Tony Romo is better than Andy Dalton. He's better than Jay Cutler. He got other players to take some of the pressure off of him. Witten gets a lot of passes. And Miles Austin, when healthy, gets a lot of passes as well. He probably has the best upside as far as just sheer talent. Not to knock Green or Marshall, but Des Bryant, it can be on another planet if he wants to be. And the question is, how badly does he want it? So he's a really close one. I would really look for number one, Green by a slight margin. Marshall in the PPR, Bryant probably third amongst those guys, but any of them would really be the best one. If I was taking somebody in the 13 to 15 range, it would probably be Green first, followed by Marshall and Bryant. But again, you could end up with any of the three, and really have a terrific team. So be happy with any of the three that you end up with, but give a slight edge to Green.